Wonder Woman 1984, stylized as WW84, is a 2020 American superhero film based in the DC Comics character Wonder Woman. It is the sequel to 2017's Wonder Woman and the ninth installment in the DC Extended Universe DCEU. The film is directed by Patty Jenkins from a script she wrote with Geoff Johns and Dave Callaham, based on a story by Johns and Jenkins. Gadot stars as Diana Prince Wonder Woman, alongside Chris Pine, Kristen Wiig, Pedro Pascal, Robin Wright, and Connie Nielsen. Set in 1984 during the Cold War, the film follows Diana and her past love Steve Trevor as they face off against Max Lord and Cheetah. Discussion of a sequel began shortly after the release of the first film in June 2017, and the decision to proceed was confirmed the following month. Principal photography began on June 13, 2018, with filming taking place at Warner Brothers Studios, Leavesden in England, as well as the District of Columbia and Northern Virginia in the United States, London and Duxford in England, Tenerife and Fuerteventura in the Canary Islands, and Almería in Andalusia, Spain. Production wrapped on December 22, 2018, after a 6-month shoot, with additional filming in July 2019. Wonder Woman 1984 premiered on December 15, 2020, via the DC Fandom virtual platform. It was theatrically released in the United States by Warner Brothers Pictures on December 25, 2020, and also made available to be streamed digitally on HBO Max for a month before it will go to premium video on demand. In international markets that do not have HBO Max, the film was theatrically released beginning on December 16, 2020. It was praised for its escapist qualities and Jenkins' take on the 1980s, but many critics found it overindulgent or cliché. 6-7, it has grossed $85 million worldwide, and became the most watched straight-to-streaming title of 2020. A sequel is in development, with Jenkins and Gadot returning. Plot. In her youth, Diana Prince participates in a multi-stage athletic competition on Themyscira against older Amazons overseen by Queen Hippolyta. After falling from her horse, Diana takes a shortcut to catch up to it and resumes the competition. Just before she wins, her aunt Antiope removes her from the competition, lecturing that no true hero is born from lies. In 1984, 66 years after the first film, Diana works as a senior anthropologist at the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., specializing in ancient Mediterranean civilizations. Diana also secretly fights crime as Wonder Woman. At work, she meets new employee Barbara Ann Minerva, an insecure woman who comes to idolize and envy Diana. After Wonder Woman foils an attempted robbery, the FBI asks Barbara to identify a cache of stolen antiquities from the robbery. Both Barbara and Diana notice that one object, later revealed to be the Dreamstone, has a Latin inscription. Diana unknowingly uses the stone by wishing that her deceased lover Steve Trevor was alive. His soul then returns and inhabits another man's body. Later, after Diana saves her from an assault, Barbara wishes upon the stone to become like Diana, inadvertently attaining Diana's superpowers and godhood. Failing businessman Max Lord Lorenzano visits the Smithsonian under the guise of a wealthy donor, secretly coveting the Dreamstone in hopes of saving his failing oil company. During a gala at the Smithsonian, Max seduces the unwitting Barbara, who is taken by his charm to gain access to her office and steal the Dreamstone. He later wishes to become the embodiment of the stone and gains its power to grant wishes while also having the ability to take whatever he desires from others. Steve and Diana steal a plane and follow Max Lord to Cairo. Max becomes a powerful and influential figure while leaving chaos and destruction in his wake as his powers trigger worldwide instability and conflict. Barbara, Diana, and Steve later discover that the Dreamstone was created by Dolos, the god of lies, treachery, deception, and mischief. The stone grants a user their wish but exacts a toll. The only way to reverse the exchange is by renouncing the wish or destroying the stone itself. Steve realizes his existence comes at the cost of Diana's power. While Barbara's newfound life has drained her humanity, both women are unwilling to renounce their wishes. Max learns from the U.S. president that the nation's satellite system can broadcast signals globally. Max uses it to grant wishes to the entire world while regaining his now deteriorating health. Diana and Steve confront him, but Barbara joins forces with Max to prevent Diana from impeding him. Steve convinces a tearful Diana to renounce her wish and let him go, restoring her strength while gaining the ability to fly. She returns home and dons the armor of the legendary Amazon warrior Asteria. She then battles Barbara, who has further mutated into a cheetah-like creature after wishing to become an apex predator. After defeating Barbara, Diana confronts Max at the TV station and uses her lasso of truth to communicate with the world through him, convincing everyone to renounce their wishes. She also shows Max visions. First of his own unhappy childhood, then of his young son, Alistair, wandering the streets terrified and crying for his father, amid the chaos Max created. A tearful Max renounces his wish and rushes to find Alistair. Reunited, Max repentantly promises to be a better father. Sometime later, Diana meets the man whose body Steve possessed, while she continues to watch over the world. Meanwhile, in a mid-credits scene, Asteria is revealed to be secretly living among humans, much like Diana.